Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. So one of my goals for 2021 other than exercising was to read. I want to read more than what I did in 2020 because I don't think I read a lot. So I thought that I should start off this year with a reading challenge. So when I was browsing through internet, I saw one of the articles of book recommendations by Kim Namjoon, who is the leader of BTS. So he's known to be very smart and has a very good taste in literature. He recommended a wide range of books from fiction, non-fiction, poetry, self-help, a lot. So even on Twitter, I saw a lot of people following his book recommendations and really appreciating. So I thought, why not? Let us do it ourselves. And I noticed that there were a lot of fiction books, and because I don't read fiction books, so I thought एक कोई पढ़ लेंगे, but one or two books has a movie based on it, not very sure, but I'll tell you guys later. So I'm thinking of watching the movie for that book because I don't know, I mean, don't hate me for this, but I feel I like watching movies more than reading books. So I think I'll watch the movie rather than reading the book, also because I'm only doing it for a week, so I want to cover as many books as I can. But obviously if I find some book which is very interesting to me, then I will read it even later, because actually there are a lot of books in the list, and I'll also put the link in the description of the article. So if you guys yourself are interested in reading, you guys can check out the list yourself and can choose any book you like to read. So I'll take you guys with me throughout my journey. Also I'm going out this week, so I thought because I think रास्ते में हम सिर्फ फ़ोन ही देखते हैं, तो फ़ोन देखने से तो ये ज़्यादा ही productive रहेगा, not productive but I guess कि थोड़ा और interesting रहेगा, क्योंकि अभी फ़िलहाल के लिए पढ़ने के लिए कुछ नहीं है. So yes, I'm very excited for this challenge. I hope you guys watch the video till the end, and without further wait, let's just get started.
Old lovers fall into my covers where they sink one by one. Yeah, I watch them disappear to nothing, disposable as chewing gum. There are deal breakers where I come from. My family don't suffer, fools glad they know. Do we kiss and lie in bed to fill awkward silences? Do we feel emptiness afterwards? 'Cause I want something deeper. If I'ma find a keeper, not saying I'm some genius, but I'm smarter. Like a bellhop, yeah, I love a cry for help.
Okay, so I recorded a video previously, but I realized that my earphone is weird. I just kind of think that earphones hate me. Anyways, so I was taking a walk. It's almost 10 o'clock right now, not very late. So yeah, but it's very cold. It's like 9 degrees. I'm in my brother's jacket and scarf. So now I'll go inside. Today I'm going to read more because I don't have anything to do today. So, okay, my hands are freezing. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, now that 1 week is over, I'm going to be talking about the books that I read this week. Also, I feel that in general this month I read a lot of books, like 6 books. That is a big achievement for me, so good job. And yeah, let me talk about the first book that I read, which was Breaking Out of the Man Box by Tony Potter. So basically in this book he talks about toxic masculinity and how this is a general trend seen anywhere in this world. Although this book is written in American background, but still I think the instances he talks about in this book are or can be seen anywhere. He talks about how when he was younger he had some older friends who thought that sleeping with women was very cool and they didn't need a consent, and that if you say no then you are not in the cool gang, which is totally bad. And how he educates people about equal rights for men and women. I think this book is very, very simple to read. I mean, if you are a fast reader, you can read it within an hour, and even if you don't read, you can read it very easily. He also talks about various stigmas which are regarding this topic in the society. So this book is actually written for men. In the start of the book itself, he says that this book is for men, but I saw a lot of people online who reviewed it were females. So I really would like to recommend this book to everyone. Even if you don't read books, please give this book a try. And especially if you are a female watching this video, do recommend this book to your brother or any male friend so he can read about it. One more point which he talks about, which I really liked, was that how men always have to be masculine. Like for example, when we are younger, even I have faced this. Like people would say that it's okay if a girl cries, but it's the work of the brother to see if the sister does not cry, or like to help the sister when she's in need. But it doesn't happen the other way. Like females don't have to help their brothers or don't have to help anybody who is a male, because it is always expected to be opposite. I also recommended this book to my brother, so hope he reads it. So this was the review for my first book that I read. The second book that I read was The Noonday Demon. Now this book was very different from all the books that I have read. Actually the best non-fiction book that I have read, and because as a person I didn't know a lot about depression. I mean, for the fact that till some years we didn't even regard depression as a topic to be talked about, but now that it is given attention, we do know some points, but about a lot of things we are still not aware. How much money goes into such kind of treatments, for the treatments which people take while they are suffering some mental illness, or what medicines do they take, do they have side effects, overdose, how much finance is involved, how people or your environment can affect you when you are suffering mental illness. It's very straightforward and very dense. That there are so many chapters. I knew I could read it within 3 days, but it took me 6 days because I think it was so heavy for me to read that after one chapter I had to take a break. And I thought I was the only one feeling that, unless I read a lot of reviews and I saw that a lot of people felt this book was the same. I feel it really gave me a lot of knowledge about depression, about mental illness, and how should one person deal with it. I mean, everybody has their own way, but it also has a lot of examples about people, how they were suffering it. Like the author himself suffered from mental illness, and he met a lot of people while writing this book, and also before that. And he has written this book with a lot of pains, I feel, because there are everything in so much detail that it is definitely a great read. Now the third book was a fiction book. It was Kim Ji-yeon, born 1982. I did not read it. I watched the movie because I already wanted to watch the movie for a pretty long time, but I was kind of delaying it, and now I finally watched it. So this book was actually published in 2016. It is a Korean book, and from all the Korean books in the list, this was the only book that was available online and also was in English. So if you refer the list and if you find for the Korean books which he recommended in the poems or in some other section, you might not find the English translation to that. But for this book, you have an English translation because it was a pretty famous worldwide book. So this book is a very straightforward story about a female, Kim Ji-yeon. Actually, I saw the movie, so I'll talk in that context. So this story is basically about this female who is from South Korea, and when she was born, her grandmother was not happy, obviously, because she was a female and what they wanted was a male child for their family. So she was the middle child. She had an older sister and a younger brother. When she was younger, she used to live in a room with her sister. Like, she had a room which she used to share with her sister, but her brother used to have his own room because he was a male child. When she grows up and she goes to office, she is not given promotion even though she deserves it. Why? Because people of the board or the office expect that she'll get married and she'll have children and she'll leave them. So she was disappointed, and then she gets married. Then later she has a child, and then suddenly everybody wants her to be at home and not think about herself or about her career. She revolts back, saying that even though she worked as hard as her husband, why is she the one who has to sacrifice everything? She questions that, where everybody thinks that, oh, she's gone mad, or that she should be the one who should be taking care, because if a child does not have a mother, then that child does not grow up well. I think this kind of is again a story which can be seen everywhere, which I have also seen, which even you guys will have seen, and in your own life. So that is why a lot of people said there is a Kim Ji-yeon everywhere. She is a lady who's sacrificing so much, but people are not giving her that respect. So yeah, this was a great and a straightforward story. If you want to read, again, it's easily available online, and if you want to watch the movie, I will link the movie in the description so you can go and watch it. Actually, this was a very famous book in South Korea, because there were some revolts around it, and a lot of feminists from that country were really supported this book. I'm not aware about it a lot. I mean, you can read about it. And yeah, this was my review for the third book. Now, talking about my fourth read, When Breath Becomes Air. Now, this is again a very short book. Like, I thought it will be a big story, like a fiction book, but it wasn't so. It's basically an autobiographical book or something about an Indian American neurosurgeon. So he basically had his whole life pathed out. Everything was going on great until he gets diagnosed with lung cancer. So it just comes out of a blue, and he's not ready to believe that he got it, and then how his life gets affected by the chemotherapies and the cancer treatment and everything. And he talks about his youth, he talks about his college days, he talks about his early life, and then how his life gets affected due to this disease, how his last day in office in hospital is, how he's changing his lifestyle, and how he's thinking more about the life that he's spent until now. It's definitely a book that you'll shed a tear while reading, but it makes you feel and think about various different things. It makes you think in a very different way and makes you really thankful for whatever you have. And I was amazed how the author just managed to write such a beautiful outlook on his life in such in just short words, and like short words in the sense like a short, not a short story, but like a small book. And he actually died before finishing this book, but when this book got released, and it also was nominated for a very prestigious award. Currently I am reading this book, The Bigger Message by Martin Gayford. I hope I spelled his surname correct. So currently I am reading this book. I actually just started it yesterday because I had downloaded that book, but I did not start reading it. So I just started reading it. So yeah, I'll be finishing that book now. Again, I will put the book name and the link in the description. So if you are also interested in reading that book, or you have read that book, then do tell me, because I haven't finished it yet. So yeah, these were all the books that I read this week, and it was definitely a really fun challenge for me, because first of all, I don't read a lot, and secondly, I feel that all the books that I read were so diverse. I mean, they were in the same topic, I guess, but like some books were in the same topic, but still they were having so many different ways of expressing. That was really fascinating for me. Also that now my college has started, so I don't know how much I will be able to read, although I will finish this book, which is the one that I am reading. If you're somebody who does not follow K-pop or does not know about this BTS member whose list book of recommendations I am making this video upon, still do check out his recommendation list, because I feel it is very diverse. You should just get the book that he has recommended, like in the language, like should not be a problem. Otherwise, I think the list is very diverse, and definitely that proves why his IQ is like 145 plus. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. What did you think about this video? Do tell me in the comment section. Do you have any other video recommendations? Also do tell me that. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I also have an art Instagram account, so if you're interested in following that, do follow that too. I have it in my description, the link to my art account also. And yeah, I hope you have a great day and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Also, I'm going to a birthday, so I'm very excited. Yeah, bye bye.